Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I say a big welcome to you. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a simple birthday flyer in Photoshop. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you can drop a comment as well. I really appreciate that. So let's get started. So the size we're going to use to create the flyer is going to be 8 inches by 12 inches. Okay, so go ahead and click on create, and this is our layout. Then the next thing I'll do is go ahead and bring in the pictures I want to use for this flyer. I already have all the documents, all the pictures and decorations I want to use. So I'll just bring them in one after the other as I need them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is bring in the birthday girl. Okay, then I would check mark that. And the next thing I want to do is I want to remove the background. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on my selection tool. Then I'll click select subject, and Photoshop will select the subject for me. And as you see here, the selection is not perfect. We still have some air area here that we need to add, and also part of the art here was not selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my lasso tool and click on add to selection, and then I'll just draw out the part I want to add to the selection. And I can also do that for the air as well. There are other methods we can use to select the air, which I'm also going to show you. Okay, so I'll just do this. For better air selection, we can click on select and mask. We'll go up to view here and change it to overlay so we can see what we're doing properly. Then we'll pick up our refine edge brush. Okay, then you zoom in and just try to remove the parts that you don't want anymore. Okay, and as you see, those places are becoming red, so you refine the air very well as well. So what we're trying to do is remove the white patches that are there, so the air is properly selected. So when you have the perfect selection, you go down to the output settings and put it on a new layer and layer mask and click OK. So now we have our model or birthday girl perfectly selected. So I want to add a gradient to this background to make it colorful. I'll go ahead and select the gradient tab here, and I'll change the style to radial. I'm going to change the color as well. So I'm going to pick like a pink color. I want something like pink and white. So I'll pick this one here. So I'll change this one. I'll click this one and change it to white because I want it white. Okay. I'm just going to move it inward to create like a velvet effect. Okay, so this looks good. I'll click OK. Then I'll go ahead and reduce the opacity as well. It looks too bold. Okay, this looks good. So I'll go ahead and adjust my subject, the birthday girl, and move upward a bit. Then the next thing I want to do is erase some parts. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and pick up my eraser tool. I'll make sure the hardness is at 0, and then I'll make the size not too big but a bit. Then I'll go ahead and just erase some parts here. Something like that. That's okay. So I'm going to make my subject bigger. Click Command T and just increase the size a bit. Okay, this looks good. So the next thing I want to do is add the text before I add all other effects to it. So I'll go ahead and pick up my text tool and type birthday. But I would like to change the font. So I'm going to choose this font, Noto Stance font. I'll go ahead and write in other stuff that I want to add, and I'll choose the font for them as well. So this is all the text I want to use. I'm going to adjust them accordingly. But first, I want to put them all in a folder. So I'm going to click the last text layer and the first text layer holding my shift and drag them into the folder, and I have them in the folder. So it's going to be easy for me to adjust. So I'm just going to work on them one after the other. I'm going to start with the birthday and put it where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have the other effects like stroke, change the color. Let me change the color to like something like a gold color. Okay, so that looks good. Then I'll go ahead and add a stroke effect to this. I'll double click on the layer and I'll click on stroke. I want to change the color to pink. That looks good. I'll click on OK. Okay, now go ahead and adjust the second text, which is the party. I'm gonna bring this, move this upward and adjust this one. I'm gonna choose a font for it. So first I'll remove the all caps option, and then I'll go ahead and change the font. So I'm gonna be using this font, and I'll also add some adjustments to this. I'll double click and I'll add a stroke effect, same stroke effect. I'll make it inside Okay, I'll change the color of the text to white. Move them closer. I'll make the P bigger. I'll go ahead and make adjustments to the other text as well. So I'm done with the text. So I'll go ahead and start bringing in other pictures that I want to use. So I'm going to bring them in one after the other. I want to put them behind the picture, so I'm going to click on the next layer underneath the picture. So when I put it in Photoshop, they're going to stay underneath the birthday girl. So I'll go ahead and bring in my balloons. And I'm going to put them where I want them to be. So my balloon is in the right place. I'll go ahead and bring in other layers as well and just adjust them how I want it to be. So I'm holding my shift and just making it bigger. I'll click OK. I'll change the blend mode to screen. I'll bring in another one. No, I'll duplicate this layer and just adjust it again. So it's going to give us another kind of effect. And just put that here. Alright, now go ahead and just bring in everything one after the other. So everything is going to add up at the end. Go ahead and change the blend mode again to darken. Alright, everything is coming together gradually. I'll bring in my streamers. That one looks perfect. I want to bring it behind the balloons. Okay, so it looks natural. I'll go ahead and bring in light effect here that I'd like to add. duplicate the layer. Command J to duplicate layer. Now just bring down here. Okay, then that's the last thing that I want to add. Okay, I still have two more steps here. I'll add this very light bokeh effects, and I'm going to add the last sparkles. It's very light. Click enter. Okay, so that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce the opacity of one of my first bouquet. Looks too sharp. I'll reduce the opacity of both bouquet effects. Okay, then the last thing I want to do is I'm going to add a filter. I'll go to color lookup and just add a lovely fall color to this. That's too much. I'll reduce the opacity. Let's see, 60. And that's it. We've been able to create a simple, beautiful birthday invite or birthday flyer. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and please I appreciate if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next video. Bye for now.